Hi guys, welcome. My name is Evan Ryu and I'm doing an review on the Cantigee Oracle, an ecological spiritual guide and creative prompt deck, written by Ray Diamond, art by Laura Zuspin. Let's see, a nature-based 52 card deck and guidebook for the modern seeker. I am so stoked. It's by North Atlantic Books. Here's the back. It says Nature Therapy, Inspiration, and Divination. It's a pretty big box. I got this off of Amazon. I was a little disappointed because it didn't come in the plastic wrap and it came a little dinged up. But here we go. There's the book. I'm super stoked because it's a circular deck. You guys, look at this hunky chunky guidebook. There it is. It's my favorite color. Oh my gosh. The ink is green. I don't know if you can tell. As like a middle schooler, there was these books. They're about wolves. I have to look it up. If you know it, comment below what book. But it was, I believe, a trilogy. And they had different ink color for each book. Like one was blue, one was red. It was so cool. And the story was actually decent. I mean, for a kid. I haven't read it recently. I don't even know the name of it. But if you know what book I'm talking about, seriously, let me know. Let's see here. For the earth and for all who tend, love, and listen to this blue planet. Oh, this came out in 2022. Whoa. So introduction about Cantigee. How to use this book. Methods of working with Cantigee. How to work with this deck. Oracle hygiene. Cantigee spreads. Cantigee as a yearly cycle. Oh, cool. The archetypes. And that's it. So the cards are known as the archetypes. Gratitude, resources about the creators. So welcome. What is Cantigee? Is a word created from two roots. Cantus, a word that could be translated as song, spell, or enchantment, and G, a suffix that translates as earth. Thus, Cantigee is a song the earth sings, a spell it weaves, an enchantment it emanates. This deck, this book, and all of the archetypes within them are prayers of gratitude, healing, and awakening. I'm stoked because my first circle deck I got is the Wild Unknown Archetypes, and now this is all about archetypes. Is there just something with like circles that it's just like, all right, they're archetypes. So super, super excited to mesh some circle decks up. That sounded like they're going to be in like a fight or something. Anyways, Cantigee spreads. So there's, of course, nature-inspired spreads, one card, building and decreasing, and bridge between earth and sky. Oh, cute. And there's little diagrams. This is so much fun. Tree. It's like a little cross. Ooh, skeleton. This is neat. This is really cool. That's super cool. Bioregion map. Create a map of your situation by choosing any or all of the bioregions below. Pick the ecosystem that resonates with your situation. Add further ecosystems if you are so inspired, and then set them before you however you like, letting your intuition determine the lay of the land. How amazing. And then we have weather patterns. This is neat. This spread uses climatic conditions to explore the various influential elements within your situation. Choose as many of the conditions below as feels appropriate. Add your own weather conditions if you like, and arrange them according to your intuition and or aesthetic sense. Yo. Lunar context, Earth, new moon. First quarter, full moon. Last quarter, sun. Fun. You know how much I love working with the lunar phases. Hello, my first tattoo. Wow. And I teach lunar phases and how to meditate with the moon. So, Western elements: earth, air, water, fire, ether. Taoist elements: oh, no way. Water, wood, fire, earth, metal. This deck just keeps getting better and better. Buddhist elements: earth, water, fire, wind. And then Cantigee as a yearly cycle. Ooh, winter solstice and early winter. Okay, guys, I teach about the solstice and equinox. My programs are based off of these. This is amazing. Winter solstice and early winter. Midwinter, also known as Imbolc, which we are getting out of while I'm doing this video. Let's see. Late winter. Guided by Polaris. Yo, this speaks my existence. We worked with Polarian energy in the first beginning of the winter cycle. Vernal equinox and early spring, mid-spring, late spring, summer solstice and early summer, midsummer, late summer, autumn equinox and early autumn, mid-autumn, and late autumn. These are actual cards in the deck that they've separated by seasons. Wow. Okay, and then it gets right into the cards. There's keynotes, there's a description, there's symbology, there's guidance, there's icon, and other things. Creative prompt, ecological connection. Wow, there is a lot to this book. And then it has about North Atlantic books, environmental organizations. Oh my goodness, yes. Recommended reading and resources. And then gratitude. How sweet. Amazing book. Amazing. So there's the guidebook. Now, it came like this. So I'm just going to take that out. This is the box. Assuming it can move. But that's what holds it in place. By the looks of how it got dented. It's not quite durable. I do like there's a metallic-y finish on the webbing. Oop, and there are thumb holes. Pretty big box. Let's open this up. Maybe. Hold on. I have a pen. I know. There we go. Maybe. I'm too stubborn to get scissors. There we go. Now, they're not gilded. Whoop. Took that right off. They're not gilded. The backing does have that shimmery. Very cool. Woo! Super shiny. They're very flimsy. That's okay. They're still really freaking cool. Looks like it's numbered here. So it has the dark solstice sun. Ooh, you don't know where. I'm going to hold up the, there. That's how I'm going to do this. You don't know where you are, but you are free. So I'm going to read from the following card, and you get to look at it. Boop. The dawn that follows the prolonged night. This almost looks like a dragon or serpent's eye. Primary nourishment. Ooh, I really like the colors. Ooh, the living mountain. There are hands and a face in this picture. Every star is a doorknob. Cool. An opening. Guided by Polaris. Oh my goodness. I'm going to just keep this one card out until springtime because the Polarian Starseeds gifted me and my clients and community so much energy. A swan in a crowd of crows. Wow. You know what's crazy? Lately, driving up to the shop, we've been seeing like there'll be a bunch of crows, but then there's like a pair of swans just like flying right on through. It's like, okay, I'm not the only one that sees this. Oh, the voice of the moon. Ooh, the moon has like body parts. It's like cool and disturbing all in one. The infinite web. An intelligent tentacles. All intelligent tentacles. All right, guys. That has to be some sort of squid. I found out something super important. Octopi, an octopus, does not have tentacles. They have arms. Seriously, go look it up. It's wild. Licking dew from green leaves. Oh. Most refreshing. Your delight charms the world. Oh, I really like that. That's sweet. The chasm shrinks as you step across. Interesting. I honestly like how these people have different like body figures. Your pinky finger turns into a bird. I do palmistry, and your pinky finger is the air element, so change. So it makes total sense that your pinky is turning into a bird. A charmed leap. Woo! Look at her go. Ooh. A swarm of bees. Connecting with that bee energy during springtime. This is the card I'm using. A fierce desert flower. Look at that cactus. The moss cauldron. Interesting. Like how there's two birds and it's like raining. It looks like a tub to me. Your heart in sync with cricket song. Look at all those crickets. Kissed by whale spray. That's neat. I like how like what's on the card really like makes me feel something. Like there's an emotion that goes through. The luminous brew. Interesting. Like, is that a drink? Pollination. Yes, with those bees. Yo, if and when you take my springtime classes, this card is coming up because we have a meditation for pollinating. And yes, and working with that bee spirit guide. The juniper caduceus. Ooh. This is probably one of my favorite pictures. Wow. Look at those snakes. Touching the star-kissed leaf. Yes. You are seen. Oh my gosh, look at it. There's eyes all over the ground, the trunk, in the leaves. You are seen. Nature sees you. Ooh, the exploding star. Look at Adam. Carried by the current. Look at that crab. Anytime I see a crab, I'm like, yes, it's my moon sign. Oh. The coiled snake. The sentient nest. Interesting. What kind of nest is that? Like underwater? It looks like coral. The self-seeing eye. Ooh. Whoa. That looks like the eye, and it's just seeing everything and everyone. The self-tending fire. Wow, look at all those hands and arms reaching out of that flame. So many hands. Roots grow from your feet. I really like this. Definitely something I'll most likely place this card out while teaching Kundalini yoga and when we ground in the beginning. Your ears become a butterfly. A thorn in the paw. It's definitely a bear paw. Ouch. It's a huge thorn. Clouds pass, but the mountain remains. Ooh. So change comes and goes, but you are the same. I like that. A fork in the river. Ooh. So there's like happiness, and then there's like seeing perspective. So it's not showing that you're sad during hard times. It's showing you a new perspective if what you're going through isn't happy. I love this card. Whoa. They do not miss their seed pods. Oh. The longest interpretation I've ever seen for a dandelion. What are these things called? They're dandelions, aren't they? A peach so ripe. Ooh, they're looking at each other. Whoa. It is time to harvest. In the garden of lost teeth. Ooh, lost wisdom. That's how I'm translating this card. Interesting, because it's rooted. It's like grounded wisdom that's been lost. The calving glacier. Ooh, I'm going to be honest, I don't know what calving means, but it's a pretty card. Snake encircles the moon. Ah, I own ball pythons and anything to do with snakes. And the moon. How fun. The wounded harpy eagle. Ooh, harpy eagles are ginormous. So maybe it's like a change that's gone off course or something. Wingless, you fall into the sea. Whoa. Whoa. If you aren't able to change, you might feel like you're falling in a sea of emotions. There's a card behind this. So I meant by they're kind of flimsy. I almost didn't know there's a card behind it. Your feet are two fish. Ooh, I like this, especially since Spirit bestowed a new philosophy for me. I was having some troubling times, and Spirit was like, you are walking when you should be swimming. And I was like, what? So this is like, yes, my feet are two fish. Let them swim. The unburdened bones. Ooh, is that your pelvis? In the tunnels of our ancestors. Wow. What the worms know. Interestingly enough, just found out that a group of worms is called a clue. Why? I don't know. In the land of the vanished. Oh, like prehistoric. Oh, that's neat. A hummingbird in languor. I don't know what that last word is, but I love hummingbirds. Oh gosh, I love them. The setting sun sings the song of unmaking. Unmaking, interesting. I like that. I like the different ways it can go. You are a multitude. This is a very fun deck. So I'm going to back up here. And let's see. You guys see that? Ooh. Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to try to see if I can shuffle these. Let's see. Oh, they're not terrible, actually. Maybe. They're super bendy. I don't think I'm doing that again. If I knew how to do this, maybe, possibly. Whoop. Just like the slowest way possible. Ooh. So I'm going to draw a card for the Conscious Collective and read off the entire description from the book. Oh, there we go. 10. And it is, oh gosh, look at those. Ah, they're so nice looking. Yeah. Now, 10, the Infinite Web. Let's see how easy it is to actually find this card in the Cantigee Oracle Deck Guidebook. 10, page 96. Boom. I will hold the card up while I read its song. Isn't that what it said? Excuse me. This is a spiritual guidebook for the Earth song. Oh, pardon me. This whole daylight savings time didn't save me any time. There we go. It is a moist morning. Throughout the forest, sunlight refracts in bedwed spiderwebs. Beadwed? Sorry, guys. Each one is a floating rainbow of jewels, undulated in the subtle breeze that wafts between reaching twigs. Breathing the air feels like imbibing a crisp, refreshing drink as your eyes feast on the colors of luminous dew and bluing sky. You come upon a tiny spring that forms a pool the size of a puddle. You lean over it, intending to have a drink, but something about the reflection on the liquid surface gives you pause. You gaze for a long time, entranced. The world you have been walking through felt alive and vibrant, but something about this reflection is even more vital and aglow. After a while, you notice there are far more spider webs in the reflection than in the actual space around you. In fact, the entirety of the reflected world seems to be a vast, intricate web. When you look up from the pool, you continue to see glistening strands connecting each individual plant, each leaf, each twig, each insect, and even you to everything else, no longer just in the reflecting pool, but also in the world around you. You entered this space thinking you were a visitor, separate and differentiated. You now realize you are an intrinsic part of an infinite web. Each step you take ripples outward in all directions, and each wing beat, each falling of leaf or seed, is subtly felt by you too. Keynotes: awareness of your interconnectedness with all other living beings and other things awakens your conscience and appropriately guides your actions. Symbology. Physicists and spiritual adepts agree on a few things. One of those things is that everything and everyone is interconnected. This makes each one of us a node in an infinite web, which means that anything we do, even something as subtle as a thought, impacts and is felt by everyone and everything else in the boundless, intricate universe. Guidance. When you consult an oracle, you're looking for answers. This archetype indicates that the answers you seek will come to you through carefully considering the impacts your actions, speech, emotions, and thoughts have on others. This interconnected view is a good reminder that not only what we do, but also what we think and what we allow others to do or say to us impacts both us and others. Let your infinite interconnectedness guide your conscious into an accurate view of your circumstances and into the most skillful action available to you in this moment. Another effect of connecting with the archetype of the infinite web is that it moves you beyond a limited self-view. Most of us go through life spinning the same stories in our minds in infinite variations, but always with ourselves at the center. When you consider yourself as a single node of an infinite web, however, it helps move you beyond your usual self-centered view. Suddenly, there is no center. There's only infinity, and you are merely a node within it, connected to everything else. Sometimes this reminder is all you need to see your circumstances more clearly, and therefore to see how best to respond to whatever is present. Often, a good action to take is listening quietly in stillness and waiting for that moment when you feel a ripple of momentum come your way through the infinite strands. Then you can flow with that motion, whether that ripple is a knowing that emerges from within you or a change in your circumstances that clarifies for you what the next step is for you to take. As an icon, let this image remind you that you are a small but unique node in the vast, intricate web of the universe. Use this image to help you understand the impact of your thoughts, actions, and speech. Then let that understanding guide you to think, act, and speak with wisdom and compassion. If you are feeling disempowered, let this image remind you that all you do, say, feel, and think sends ripples of effect in all directions, even though you may not see what those effects are. Then consider what ripples you would like to send out today as a portal. Let this inquiry open you to receiving the gifts of this archetype. What if everything you say, do, feel, and think impacts everyone and everything else in nature? Practice. Consider and visualize your place in the web of being. What and whom are you directly connected to? What and whom are those other nodes connected to? How do your direction connections affect you in this moment and in the context of the situation you are inquiring about? How might their other points of connection be influencing their impact on you? Consider various actions you could take, including thoughts and feelings, love, patience, curiosity, resentment, fear, fury, worry, etc. And then imagine how these thoughts and actions impact the various nodes connected to you. Imagine also how these effects will ripple outward from that node, not only back to you, but also outward to everyone and everything else those nodes are connected to. Which of your potential actions and thoughts lead to ripples you feel at peace with? Which of your potential actions and thoughts leads to ripples that give you a sense of unease? Creative prompt. Focus on interconnectedness and interdependency in your medium of choice. Here are a few examples. In painting and other visual media, colors change mood and effect depending on which colors are next to them. In music, the feeling of a single note shifts depending on which notes occur before, simultaneously with, or after it. In movement arts, one motion may seem neutral on its own, but when juxtaposed with another motion, it may seem fast, slow, edgy. Improvise or create a work or series of works that explores these relationships. Afterward, reflect on the ripples each node of your work sends throughout the work as a whole. Whoa, there's a lot to this book, guys, and one reading. Ecological connection. At times, considering the environmental issues we are currently facing can be overwhelming to the point of numbness. It's natural to feel powerless in the face of huge problems, many of which feel far away. Most of us do not live near glaciers or coral reefs or rainforests, which can make it seem as though these things are beyond the reach of our influence. This archetype reminds us, however, that we are all interconnected and interdependent, and that in fact, every single action we take or thought we generate impacts everything else. In moments when you feel powerless about some particular issue, take a moment to feel gratitude towards anyone who is now taking direct action on that issue. Somewhere, there is a scientist, an educator, an artist, a lobbyist, an environmentally minded politician, an environmentally minded patron, or some local person making whatever efforts they can on behalf of that issue. A clear point of interconnectedness among these environmental issues is the effect of global warming. This one issue exasperates and intensifies every other environmental issue, and this is exactly one area where you can have a direct impact. Get to know your carbon footprint and take any baby steps available and inspiring to you to reduce the size of that impact. Even the act of you doing this may have a ripple effect of inspiring others around you to take similar actions without you even saying anything. See the resources section. Okay. So you can check out how to reduce your carbon footprint online. But if you have the book, it gives resources. Another option is to galvanize yourself to work on a single environmental cause that you feel strongly about in your heart and work in service of that one single cause, trusting that your efforts there will ripple outward to the benefit of other environmental issues in a good way. Wow! The infinite web. That is the Conscious Collective's card draw from the Cantigee Oracle. That is my deck review on the Cantigee Oracle. What a beautiful circular deck. Super impressed. I'm in love. Thank you so much for watching this. Stay tuned for more. And if you're interested in taking any of my classes, learning about tarot and oracle card readings, astrology, meditation, or how to manifest your dreams and goals during the season, connect with me on here or go to cosmicenergy-spiritualwellness.com and see my most recent classes and anything up for grabs. I believe there is a link on my YouTube channel for services and more. Namaste, blessed. Thank you.